Welcome to the Aligned Life Podcast by yours truly, Dr. Tiffany. How about we get out that magnifying glass and look at every part of your life? The awesome, the suck, and everything in between. There's so much beauty in you. Stop being afraid of what isn't good enough and let's double down on what is together. It's about your truth and your life, aligned. Hey, and welcome back to the Aligned Life Podcast with Dr. Tiffany. It's me. We're talking about morning power hours. If you are a personal development guru, a constant learner, always looking at ways to improve, you've probably heard how important the morning power hour is. And I would like to debunk it. I don't believe that it has to be a morning power hour. What happens when we hear experts and the people that we admire the most and the people that we want to be like? What happens when we hear them talk about their habits is we think we need to do it just like that. So instead of backing up the train a bit, hearing the concept, filtering it through you, we say, oh yeah, I mean, if Tony Robbins is doing that, that's what I'm going to do. If Tim Ferriss is doing that, that's what I'm going to do. If Marie Forleo is doing that, that's what I'm going to do. But that might not work for you. It might not fit in your life that way to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and do an hour. Maybe that's not your pattern of sleep. Maybe that's not the best for your life. Maybe you've never loved freaking mornings. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, I just need to do this. You know, when I exercise in the morning, I feel better. When I meditate in the morning, I feel better. When I do my gratitude journaling in the morning, I feel better. I would imagine you would feel better anytime because it's the act of doing something with yourself, for yourself, ongoing, that is the most important. This is a short and sweet opinion. Do it whenever the hell you want, but do it. Do it consistently. Be disciplined and always follow through every single day. That could mean a half hour in the morning and a half hour at night. That could mean 15 minutes at noon when you go for a walk and 45 minutes at night. It could be when you're walking your dogs at night and when you have 10 minutes in the morning before the kids wake up when you're drinking your coffee. The time doesn't matter as much as the act of doing something for yourself, shifting your mindset, getting into a space of gratitude and appreciation for every single thing in your life, and then planning what steps are we going to take today? What feels right? Aligning yourself into your life and along the path of which you're going. That is the key. And of course, people are going to debunk me. They are. They're going to say there's a reason why the morning is best. I get it. I totally understand why the morning may be the best. It also is likely the best to work out at that time too. That's what nutritionists, that's what experts say. If it doesn't work for you now, that doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. If it doesn't work for you in the stage of life right now, it does not mean you're doing it wrong. The most important part is that you take some time. Hey, here's the deal. If you've never taken time for yourself, you haven't read a book, you haven't sat down and journaled, doing an hour in the morning at 5 o'clock because some experts said so doesn't make any sense. So if you haven't done this before, start small. Start with 20 minutes a day. Start with 15 minutes a day. Start with a meditation. Start with a diary, a journal before you go to bed. Start with a gratitude journal. Start with visualization. Start with prayer. Start with exercise. Something. And when I say start with, I don't necessarily mean that it has to be 5 o'clock in the morning. It can be whenever you need it to be that's best for you. But just remember, what's best for you is what you prioritize. So to start for 4 days and say, oh, that's too hard. I'm now prioritizing happy hour with my friends because that's what I'm doing. I'm going to scratch that tonight. That might not be your best. Because what happens is our body, when we start to change a habit, it's exciting in the beginning. There is no conflict. There is no choice between happy hour and going for my walk. Eventually, it gets boring. the consistency and discipline and follow through get boring and we want to mix it up. What it's actually doing is that your body is saying, hello, I don't like this anymore. Your mind is starting to shift. Subconscious patterning of our brain is 95% of our life. We're starting to actually change subconscious patterning by doing something every single day. And ego, fear, whatever that comfort thing is for you says, let's shift this. This isn't very comfortable. I want to go back into comfort. I want to go back into stability. I want to go back into contentment. I want to go back into certainty. Yep, I'm going to go for happy hour. That's what we're going to do. And pretty soon on day 6, you didn't follow through. The key to power hour, to power 30 minutes, to intentional time is doing it every single day. Every single day. Now, one of the concepts for why 5 a.m. is the best is because there are no interruptions. There are no interferences. It is much less likely for there to be a conflict at 5 a.m. than there is at 5 p.m., than there is at 12 p.m., than there is at 8 p.m. With that said, if your life isn't in a place that 5 a.m. works, then don't do 5 a.m., but do something. If you haven't done anything, start with 20 minutes. If you're doing 20 minutes and that doesn't feel adequate, do a little bit more. Split it up. 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night. Do something to move your body. Do something to connect your body and to learn. And in that whole process, that will start to build gratitude and appreciation for what is in your life. Every single thing that's in your life right now, to have gratitude and appreciation for, while you move step by step towards your dreams. So does the power hour need to be in the morning? No. Do I highly suggest it happens? 100%. Your confidence, your certainty, your follow through, integrity requires it. And it requires you to stay on track. When we start something and we stop something, we lose confidence in ourselves. That's when we start to think we're a fraud. Our word is not bond. We're lacking integrity. And what happens is we don't think it's that big of a deal because it's just us. We just promised it to ourselves. We didn't promise it to anyone else. That's the worst person because now you don't believe in yourself. And when you don't believe in yourself, it's difficult to believe in anyone else because you don't think that could actually happen. So your future version of yourself, the one that you're moving towards, ask her, ask him if these are the habits that they would live with, that they would do every single day, that they would commit to every single freaking day. That is, if you want to change and if you want to make progress towards your dreams, if you want to add in joy, add in quality of life, add in confidence, add in certainty, add in purpose, impact, influence. If you don't need to change a thing. And it's okay if you don't. Well, I don't really think it's okay, but if you really don't, you don't. Nobody can make you do it. I think life is meant to be lived and meant to be uncovered. We were given a gift. We were given a path. We were created with our genius, only we have. And it's our responsibility to uncover it and to live it. So when I say if you don't want to, don't. But you do have a path. You do have a reason. You do have gifts and you do have a genius that I hope in time you can start to believe in and then start to commit to. Life is short. Let's do what we say we're going to do. Let's follow through. Let's build confidence and integrity and influence just on a few small habits every single day. Just because the expert says you need to do it this way, you don't. But the concept is that doing this thing is helping you become the person that you want to be. For them, it works at 5 a.m. For others, it works at 3 a.m. For another, it works at noon. Maybe it works at nap time every single time your kids go down for a nap. And maybe it's night when everybody goes to bed, when it's dark and peaceful outside. It doesn't matter, but do the thing every single day and never quit. Realize that you have so much potential possibility and opportunity within you, but you are 100% responsible for getting that to come out. for unleashing it. So create your power hour, create your power 30, find a time, prioritize it at the top of your list every single day. We do what we prioritize. If we don't want to do it, many times we make an excuse. So prioritize it, value it, and take a peek back every now and then, reflect on the progress that you've made in your life. Then you start to attach it to certain habits. And this is one of those habits that is absolutely key. Start today. I love you guys.
Thank you for listening and following the Align Life podcast with Dr. Tiffany. If you love this and can think of anyone who needs to hear about it, would you mind sharing with them? Find me online at drtiffanyjohnson.com, where you can find out more about my memberships, courses, mentoring, and any upcoming events. To learn more about chiropractic for you and your family, go to htchiro.com and follow our social pages. I can't wait to connect with you soon, and until then, be you, be aligned.